Is Google Ads worth it? Well, today I'm going to give you a comprehensive review on the platform. We're going to talk about cool ways that you can advertise your business, and we're also going to talk about some things that are not so good about advertising with Google Ads. So, before we get started, if you're really serious about your Google Ads and you just want to get started right away, you don't need the review, I want you to check out my free Google Ads workshop for beginners, where I walk you through the platform and I show you exactly how to start and where to start, and I give you a far more comprehensive view of just setting up a campaign. Now, you can find a link to that in the description below. That's my free workshop for Google Ads beginners. Now, with that being said, I've been working on the Google Ads platform for the past 6 years, and I started as a business owner, and now I've moved over to digital marketing, and I've also done consulting work as well. So I think I have a very unique perspective on the Google Ads platform, and I also understand what different types of people are looking for it to do for them, and that's what we'll be discussing today. Now, I've split this review into 5 sections. Number 1 being ease of use. We're going to discuss number 2, the major differences. We're also going to talk about what type of costs are involved with Google Ads. How much do you need to get started? And we're going to discuss disadvantages. And also, we are going to end off with the future of Google Ads, or rather how I see the future of Google Ads panning out. So let's start off with ease of use. Now, when you start off with Google Ads, you're greeted by a very easy to follow screen to help you set up your first campaign. And this is fantastic. It's amazing, and it's a nice way to get into the system and see what Google Ads is all about, and also to get your first ad up and running. However, if you find that you want to create a specific campaign for a specific purpose, this is where things get a bit more tricky. So for example, if you want to set up a display ad campaign, you might find all of the settings a bit overwhelming as a first-time visitor. Also, setting up shopping campaigns and remarketing campaigns can be quite painful, as they need a whole lot of back-end systems set up in order for them to work properly. So in my opinion, if you want to do the basic stuff, then fine. But if you really want to get the best out of your Google Ads, you're going to have to get a web developer involved to set up conversion tracking, set up your remarketing pixels, and also make sure that your shopping feed is working properly. And also, these types of campaigns have a massive effect on how much performance you're able to draw out of your first few campaigns. So for example, if you don't have conversion tracking set up, you're not actually going to see how your ads are working and if you are getting cost-effective conversions out of your first few campaigns. Now, a major difference between Google Ads and other digital marketing platforms is that it's based on search. So you'll find the quality of the leads and clicks far higher than the other platforms. For example, if you are a locksmith and you are selling locksmith services and advertising on Google Ads, you know that the person searching for you has already pre-qualified themselves, because who's actually going to search for locksmith services unless you are genuinely interested in locksmith services at the time and trying to find one on Google? Likewise, if you're into display campaigns or video campaigns, Google Ads is a great tool because of the size of its display network. Here are the sizes of the Facebook display network versus the Google Ads display network. Also, don't forget that the world's second largest search engine, YouTube, and YouTube ads are actually included in Google Ads as well. And yes, a lot of people are searching YouTube every single day for different products, different services, different reviews, just like this one. Not to mention, there are so many different types of ads that you can use in Google Ads as well. If your clients spend all of your time or all of their time in the inbox, you could use Gmail ads. And if your client always has their Google News feed open, no problem. You can target it with discovery ads. Likewise, you can also add video ads, location ads, display ads, AdWords, remarketing ads, and you can even use used car ads as well. And I made a whole video about that. You can check it out in the top right section. Now let's talk about advertising costs involved. Now, Google Ads can work for budgets as low as $5 per day. However, you have to be very selective as to which types of ads you run initially if you plan on going in with a small budget. Now, you'll always find that search ads usually have the highest return on investment and the most conversions, but depending on where you're from, you're gonna need to spend at least $20 to $40 per day to get a good return. Anything lower than that, you'll get almost no clicks on your search ads whatsoever. I would rather you start off with display ads or YouTube ads. These are far better places to start because you can start on a low budget of just $5 per day and they will still get you a good amount of traffic and views for what you're paying. One of the biggest drawbacks with Google Ads is the way that it spends your money. Now, when I started with Google Ads 6 years ago, they gave you almost limitless control over your budget, and I've slowly noticed a trend over the years where Google is offering less and less transparency as to where your money is being spent. For a great example of this, if you look at the placements report in YouTube ads, which shows all the videos your ads were shown on, you'll notice that the total amount spent in the placements doesn't equal the total amount that you've actually spent. Now, why is this? Well, because Google Ads just spends a portion of your targeted budget in places that it doesn't really allow you to see. To even see how much has been spent without you knowing, you'll have to go and dig for the other column where it gives you very vague information as well. Another great example of this is if you look at the Google Ads search terms reports, Google does the same thing by excluding 28% of the search terms report as well. So you can't really see all of the searches that triggered your ads. Now, Google, if you're watching this, please, 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 please allow us to see where all of our money is being spent, as it is our money after all. However, that being said, if you're looking to increase traffic to your website today, I consider Google Ads one of the best options. Not only does it have the advantage of search, but it's also one of the most affordable ways to get into digital marketing. However, I do advise learning as much as possible about setting up a campaign, as it could mean the difference between a well-performing campaign that makes you money and one that costs you thousands of dollars each and every month. I do see some alarming trends with transparency in Google Ads, so always make sure that you know how your budget is being spent. However, that doesn't change the fact that right now, in 2022, Google Ads is an amazing ad platform, and it's my ad platform of choice. So if you really want to get started with Google Ads today, be sure to check out my free Google Ads workshop for absolute beginners. I'll go deeper into what you need to get started. I'll give you a tour of the dashboard, and I'll also show you how to create your first set of ads. We cover video ads, search ads, and display ads as well. So make sure you check that out. The link is in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe because I'll be dropping more Google Ads related content in the near future. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.